Welcome to another episode of Touken Ranbu's podcast. I am your host, Marissa, and I am here today with Jesse.
Hey.
And Alexi.
Hello.
So, Touken Ranbu's podcast, we are a podcast dedicated to providing you news, updates, and our views on all things Touken Ranbu, from the games to the anime to the live-action musical stage shows. So we're going to start out by mentioning that both of our Sarahs could not be with us for this podcast. Sarah Duncan is currently in Greece. She's doing a field study again. She leaves us
because she's brilliant like that.
So she will not be with us until about the end of the summer. And Sarah Yang is out for family reasons. So it is just the three of us this month.
Oh, but Sarah D does send her love to you all in the form of a winky kiss face emoticon. Yes. So shout out to Sarah and shout out to all of you from Greece.
She's happily made it. And
she is happily asleep right now.
Bless her.
Let the girl sleep 2K18.
Did she have to go through Russia again, or?
No, she actually went through Amsterdam.
Okay, thank God.
Yeah.
We don't want to repeat of last year.
Through Amsterdam. No, just we need to leave Russia and Korea out of any of our travel discussions, because then it will just very, very much be elongated and not necessary.
Yep. All right. So let's move into our community feedback. We have a handful of feedback from all of you, which is wonderful and very shocking, considering we just had a massive spike thanks to our recent update. I was not expecting all of that, but we have a comment from Gucci Boyman on Twitter. They said, in case any of you in the Boyman family are interested, this team is working really hard on the Touken Ranbu podcast and bringing you tons of information. Thank you so much for that wonderful shout out. I actually have what Boyman is. Jesse, do you know what it is?
The Gucci Boyman, I believe, is from a friend that I met in Nagoya a couple weeks ago when I was in follow-up training for my job. I met up with some fellow Touken Ranbu fans, and we got to go around animate and everything, and it was very exciting. And as we were leaving, I was like, hey, if you're interested, check this out. So thank you very much. I'm glad you checked us out, and I'm glad to see that you were supporting us too. I am like 99% certain that you are one of the reasons that we had a spike. So thank you. Keep it up. Keep up any feedback that you have for us, please.
Yep. Yes. Thank you for listening all the way in Japan, for the handful of you that you do. We also had a comment on our Podbean directly from Geo Teacher Gal, saying, enjoyed the review. Your comment on the Bakumatsu costumes led me to rewatch it, and there's probably some deeper meaning to the pirate look, because swords that were chosen have the left sleeve, and those that were not chosen have the right. The real one has both, and the fake is just short sleeves, or maybe I'm just looking for meaning. I'm very confused. I will have to look back as well, because I haven't watched.
I think that's a fascinating observation, to be honest. Like, I hadn't considered it any deeper meaning to the pirate look.
Yeah. And the sleeves.
And just the fact that you actually made that observation that, I don't know.
The only thing I noticed about the Bakuten live outfits with the pirates. It wasn't the pirates, it was the last lair, I think. It was Kashu and Yasusada. They had like sleeves, but it was on the opposite side for both of them. And I was like, that's interesting. And I noticed that, but I don't think I noticed anything else like that.
Mm-mm.
Mm.
I was too intrigued by my child hopping around and being adorable.
Big mood.
And listening to listening to the wonderful
Yeah.
song.
That's a mood.
And of course, just recently on our Discord, please, for those of you who haven't, go ahead and join that. But our newest addition to the Discord, Rose, commented and said, I always end up finding myself smiling as you discuss your varying levels of event suffering, because boy, have we all been there. Yes, especially Sarah. Too many shishios. Too many shishios have visited her in events, and it never ends well.
And not enough instruments.
4-card curse plus getting an instrument right before the boss node equals Nikari deciding that he wants to die for once. It's okay, guys. We're gonna make it. Just 2 more instruments.
I was actually really surprised. Well, we'll get that out in a bit. We'll get to the Villager Treasures. But that is all we have for the community feedback for this month. Thank you guys so much for your wonderful words of encouragement. They really help us going when it comes to making these. We pretty much made these for fun, but it's really wonderful to see that people out there are actually listening to it and aren't being silent. I now know how it feels to be like a fan fiction writer and being like, please comment, because I don't know if people like my thing. So, so we will move into our recent updates for the game. We recently, towards the very end of the month, wrapped up the Edo Castle Infiltration Investigation and went straight into another war training expansion. We'll kind of get into those in a little bit. And then, of course, just started was the newest Village of Treasures. And with the introduction of 4 new background musics with Urashima, Nikari, Horikawa, and the lone Naginata in the group, Iwatoshi. And I am so happy that we're finally going back and getting background music for the other swords, because they went from Uchi to Tachi very quickly. So I was able to get like Urashima, Nikari, and Horikawa very in rapid succession because of the amount of instruments I had accumulated over many Village of Treasures. Iwatoshi took me a little while because I needed 2 more Taiko, but alas, I got him. Aha!
Congrats. I went ahead and I know I got Nikari's and Horikawa's. I think I got Urashima's. But Iwatoshi's, I'm holding out on. It's nice, but I don't know. I just don't like Iwatoshi as my secretary that much.
It's okay, guys. Just 2 more instruments, and then my nice little Nikari, who's currently my secretary, can have background music, and I'll actually turn up my music for once. But it's okay. I'll just sit here with my Yasusada background music, and the only one I have. But it's okay. 4-card curse. If anyone knows how to get rid of it, please send advice this way. Please, before Sayo decides that he wants to go to a different citadel. That'd be great.
Oh, bless the small Sonny was, and me over here with like 30-something odd instruments for like the first 3, because they just sit there now after about like 5 or 6 Village of Treasures now.
I didn't know what you did with the instruments. So I just collected instruments for the longest time until I realized, oh, I can what?
I was confused by it too. I was like, what are these instruments for? And then I looked it up. I was like, like background music for your secretary? How useless is that? Well, I have all of them now and constantly get all of them after about, I think, my third Village of Treasures because I didn't have too many until all of a sudden it exploded. It was like, hey, every single Village of Treasures, new background music. It's like, oh, goody. But besides all of the events going on, we actually had a couple more updates when it comes to just kind of like game function. I really don't know if it was actually announced, but I kind of noticed that the issues with multiple click, like you have to multiply click on things because it just would freak out on regular maps and some of the event maps for like the sword result page where you tap like 3 times before it would actually move on has finally stopped. Bless this. It made running 5-4 a lot quicker because I didn't have to tap 3 times to move on. We also maxed out sword stats are now shown in purple in the refinery and internal affairs pages. So you can actually kind of easily check up and see if you've maxed the stats out. So my wonderful Google spreadsheet is no longer necessary.
I am very pleased by this new update. I really like that a lot.
Can just look now. I'm still using it because it helps me visualize. But rip all of that hard work. They should have done this forever ago. And also, there are new options to unequip all swords and equipment in the formation page. And Furigana shows up on the battle formation page as well, but who actually reads the battle formation page? You just kind of click the red one.
I do.
On instinct.
I didn't notice.
And of course, besides the wonderful new little random updates, we just got Hachisuka Kotetsu's final Kiwame form. Hooray!
Ooh.
Shiny Saint Seiya Gold Saint baby finally has his Kiwame and can join his brothers.
Lexi had a fun name for him.
She did.
Oh, well, fun fact. Hachisuka's a really good boy. If anyone doesn't know that, you should know that. I made a wonderful discovery when I was looking at Kiwame Hachisuka, and it reminded me of something. I'm like, hold on a second. Little scarfy thing, that's quite nice. It reminds me of a certain beautiful Pokemon that I love very much from 5th gen, I believe. Cinccino, the evolved form of Minccino, the little chinchilla Pokemon. If you look at him when he's shiny, these spot the difference games are getting quite hard, and you should go look at a shiny Cinccino and then look at Kiwame Hachisuka and try to tell me the difference, because I don't see it. They are literally the same thing.
So we are desperately kind of guessing as to who the next Kiwame is going to be for June. It is probably either going to be Kasen or Yamabagiri at this rate, because everyone knows Kashu is going to be last. We love Kashu.
Is going to be last. He is. He's just too much of a favorite for him to come before anyone else. Mm-hmm. So I'm strongly guessing that it's going to be Kasen.
If he does not have flowy little capes like Hachisuka and Nikari and Soza, because the 4 of them, I was talking to Sarah Duncan about this, they're like the flowy clothes quartet. And if Kasen doesn't have flowy clothes on his Kiwame, I am going to draw a picture of the other 3 just throwing all their like flowy clothes at Kasen, showing that he is still included in their little quartet, because they gotta stay together. Pretty boys gotta stay together.
That is hilarious.
That's needed.
Yep, it makes a lot of sense. And I think everyone will just be upset in general, not just because of the little headcanon, the flowy clothes quartet. He's already just so flowy and flowery that if he doesn't have more flowers, it's just going to be so surprising. But from a lot of the people that I've talked to, it sounds like both people are in agreement that it probably is going to be Kasen who's next. But we could be horribly surprised because did we say it was going to be Hachisuka next, or did we say it was going to be Kasen for May?
We said it was gonna be Hachisuka because Golden Week. I think that was the agreement.
Yep.
And then he wasn't released till like
the end of May?
The end of the month.
Yeah, but we were still right.
We were still right.
Because he came home in the middle of Animazement. I kind of forgot because, oh my god, that was... Well, I'll go into that in a bit. So we'll just kind of move into kind of like our month in Touken Ranbu because I want to say the story about new Hachisuka. But I had sent him out, like, he got released, I think it was like the Tuesday before Animazement. And I was driving up. I think I sent him that morning as I was going to work. I was like, you are going. I have the set from the last event. We're ready, my boy. And I sent him out. I kind of forgot I had sent him out. Whoops. And it comes to Saturday. He should have come home probably on like Friday. My bad. Wait, no. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. No, Saturday was his day to come home. I had collected all of his letters throughout, but I'm waiting in line for Kobayashi Yusuke, who is the voice actor for Shinano. He happened to be at Animazement. I kind of freaked out. But I was just kind of piddling because I was showing everyone, like, oh, look, Shinano just came home from his expedition. And then all of a sudden, the purple banner comes across. And I always turn my phone on when the swords come home for Kiwame. Because I love to hear their line. I love to hear the music that plays. Because I usually generally play the game muted. So, but I was in a hall and I was like third or fourth in line to get his autograph, and the line's moving. And I'm like, I can't turn my phone on. I won't even be able to hear Hachisuka. And of course, while I'm waiting in line, Alexi, Tutu, and Kaylin all show up afterwards. Like, what are you guys doing here? And I was like, look, good boy came home. Just turn the phone, and there he is. He's home and shiny and pretty. But
oh,
yeah, that's pretty much like the most eventful thing that has to do with the game currently, because I don't even need to try to get Kotetsu for this event, and all the other events, it was just me trying to level swords up. So game-wise, it's been pretty just slow going, trying to get swords leveled up, trying to get resources. That was about the most eventful thing. But Animazement went wonderfully. For those of you who were there and were actually at my panel, thank you so much for coming on a Sunday of all days. Considering Animazement seems to have dwindled significant number-wise. But we had a lot of fun, and it was really fun to meet Kobayashi Yusuke. I got there an hour early because I wasn't certain how rabid the ReZero fans were going to be, because he voices the main character. I was like, oh no, this line could be exponentially long considering how big this fandom is. Well, most people probably listen to the English dub and not the Japanese version. So I got to go around the line twice. I got to get his picture, and we posted on the Twitter. He signed the art of Shinano in the official... It's not like the art book of characters. It's just like... But it's an art book. But it's not the character art. It's really weird. I got him to sign Shinano's page. And he was actually really surprised to sign it. He looked at it and he was like... Touken Ranbu fan? Yes, hi. Sign the page. He was probably expecting so much Arslan and ReZero stuff to sign, and he was really sweet. And then, of course, I hung out with Alexi for the rest of that day. It was fun. But other than that, that was pretty much my month with Touken Ranbu stuff. What about you? What about you, Jesse? How was life in the Nihon?
Life in the Nihon. In the token realm of the Nihon. It's been decent. I don't know. So, with the wrap up of the infiltration. So, with the first time for me to be able to actually open all of the chests in the castle event, I was really, really happy. I managed to get Nansen and Sengo really, really early. But so I was just like, okay, I'll take it slow and see how it goes for the rest of the event. And managed to open all the chests, and I was really surprised. The next event, however, I was like, okay, my Sadamune voice, I can do this. So I go through and I'm trying to get, I just really wanted to get Sada home, and I really wanted to get Kiko, but I had a feeling that I was going to spend more time on grinding for Kiko because I really wanted to work on leveling too. And I had some boys that were high enough levels to where I could send them to that one, and it should be fine. My first run through of E3, I managed to get Sada-chan on the first run through, and that never happens. So that was also really exciting. But because I got him on the first run through, I just knew that I was not going to be able to get Kiko because luck doesn't work that way. So I just took the event really slow. I don't think I actually played it very much after that. The damage wasn't worth the resource spending to fix them. So I just took it slow from there. As far as that goes. Oh, I also had a forgetting I sent out a Kiwame moment. I sent out Naki because poor Naki has been sitting in my in my swords, level 99. He's been there for months. He's been ready to go. And I've just been like, nah, you're okay. I'm gonna wait. Because I didn't want to use the Kiwame set on him. I don't know. I know. I'm not a huge Nakagitsune fan, but
It's the
I figured it
fox,
was
isn't
time
it?
for him to go.
It kind of is the
So
fox.
it is the fox a little bit, yeah. But then he came home and he's precious and I love him. But I still need to level my regular swords now, so he's just once again sitting there with my other Kiwame swords. So yeah. While I was in Osaka last weekend, was it just last weekend?
Yep.
Yep. I got to go to Osaka Castle. I did not go inside it because I'd have no money to do so, but I got to walk around it, and it was really, really pretty. And just knowing of all the history that happened there in that area was just a really exciting time for me. I could rant about that for days, but I'm not going to because yeah, not the time. There were no swords there. It is where a couple burned though, but that's
Let's not
I
talk about
managed
that.
yeah, anyway. I managed to get
Ichini
ticket I
Namazo.
managed I'm trying not to hurt my heart anymore at the moment.
Let's hurt
I
everyone
managed to
listening.
score tickets to an exhibit at the museum for samurai armor that's now going on until late July. So stay tuned for news on that because I'm really excited to go and share what I see. Because it's going to be really cool, I think. But yeah, also in the token world though, I did watch something for the first time. Sarah and I watched the Kono Yora no Odawara Gaiden performance, the token stage universe.
I
And
watched that
heaven
too.
help my heart. because Mamba and Zaiki-chan-san, and yes, maybe someday down the road we'll do a review of it, so I won't say much about it now, but let's just say I actually cried. I didn't expect to cry. I don't cry in things, and Yamamagiri is just a very special character to me. It was very, so yes, that was a lot of fun. And then what else did I do? Yeah, so I got Sayo. I sent Naki out on Key. And with this event, yeah, I'm currently at, 12,000 beads? Working my way up to Kodagiri. I need him to come home.
You've got this.
Maybe they'll get some point. But yeah, the instrument struggle hasn't been much of an issue for me because I don't really collect the songs that much. I've got a fair few. I really like the ones I really like certain songs, so I'll get those, especially if I like keeping those swords as my secretary. But for the most part, it doesn't really mean a whole lot to me. So I've been getting instruments, but it's not like I've been getting a ton of them. So we'll see how it goes.
I found it really funny.
About it for
When I just, because like I said before, I bought all the Waki's songs just like in rapid succession because it didn't need taiko, it didn't need suzu, it just needed the basic 3 original instruments. And I have my game not on mute, and then I'm like, why does my background music sound different? Oh, it's Urashima. I'm listening to Urashima's music because he's currently my secretary right now. Well, Kiwame Urashima. So I'm trying to get him that. He is on level 34, and I just need him to get to level 35 so I can swap him out, train others. But I was a little surprised because I was like, what is this? What is this? This isn't the normal. Oh, that explains. But Lexi, how is your month? Touken Ranbu related shenanigans.
So, I have to start out by saying, because I don't think I've mentioned this yet. I know that I've mentioned it in group chat, but I don't think I mentioned it here. But Mustard Tips has come home. Mustard Tips finally came home, so I could stop crying about it. I had to expand my sword slots, and I expanded my smithing and repairs because I got paid. Thank God for jobs. Thank you, Harris Teeter. It's my Harris Teeter, so make it yours. On the day of the royal wedding in England, I expanded and I was straightening my hair because I guess I just felt like it. And then I had set all my swords when I was watching the royal wedding. And I'm like, oh, okay, a 3-hour timer. I use an Ofuda. I think that's what they're called, Ofuda. And I was like, okay, it's a 3-hour, probably another Kane-san, because Kane-san loves me for some reason. I'm not going to worry about it. He'll come home when he's ready. Nagasone, please come home. Mustard Tips, bulky Kotetsu fake brother, please come home. It's okay. I wasn't worried about it. Urashima came home on my way to work one day. I think I was talking to Jesse, like, oh, Urashima came home, and I was like screaming. Well, not screaming. I was screaming internally, not externally, because then my mom would have crashed the car at 3 o'clock in the morning on the way to Harris Theater. Not the point. So my family is complete. Nagasone came home. My hair looked perfect that day. Thank you for asking. But events hate me. War training expansion. No, not war training. Before that, it was Edo Castle. Sengo was a butt. He didn't want to come home. Nyansen, no, he didn't want to come home either. So it took me 10 ever. Everyone else is like, oh my god, look, I got the kitty sword. Oh my god, I'm sitting here like, hey, Sengo, you want to come home yet? Okay, thanks. Cool. Awesome. It took you almost every single box in this warehouse, but you came home, so I'm happy. And then Kitty's sword dropped, and I'm like, hey, okay, thanks for coming home. It's about time. And that's about it for that. And then War Training Expansion actually wasn't that bad. I wanted Akashi, but Akashi wasn't there. And I'm like, it's okay. I need Sadek-chan too, but I'm running out of sword slots because this is before I expanded. And Sadek-chan came home, I think my second run of E3. And I was shook, quaked, and everything of that nature. And I was like, oh, look, it's a Sadek-chan. Hey, Kiko's not coming home. I'm not even going to touch event 4. It's okay. I don't need it. I'm content with the Sadek-chan. Let me rebuild my Mr. KVC's Junior Elite Lunch Committee is a thing. We are in business. Please, Mr. KBC, if you want to come visit every once in a while, that's great and dandy. You're accepted with open arms for my teams. They are all ready to come and treat you to a nice picnic, breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Even though I say it's a lunch committee, it can be any time of the day. It does not matter. I don't sleep. Kiwame, I finally got Nikari out. Nikari has left, and it took him like 45 minutes. I reloaded my game for 45 minutes, but Nikari finally waddled his way into my citadel and said, yeah, I'm back. I had Ishikirimaru as my secretary, and he kept saying the same 2 things over and over again. I don't know what they were, but I'm like, okay, please stop saying these. I love you, but bring your walkie home. Go outside, and if you see him, make him walk faster. He came home. I'm proud of him. I very much am. And he is currently training. He was training with the lunch committee. The junior elites, I believe, because the elites are now in retirement because a lot of them are doing other things that are very nice around the Citadel. And so he was a part of the junior elite team with a whole bunch of like level 20 somethings, and then he was level 35. And then I realized something. Does Mr. KBC get a little bit stronger if you have a Kiwame as your captain? No. It's still based on level. Thank God, because it got wrecked. They didn't. And then this new event hates me. It said Nikari's music was coming out, and I got super duper hyped, and I was like, yay! Nikari music for my new Kiwame Nikari. And then event started, and then I have the 4-card cover. Woo, big, scary 4-card. But it's okay, I only need 2 instruments. We're gonna make it. But that's my month in a review. Send help.
You
That's
forgot
what I'm
to
gonna call
mention meeting Kobayashi Yusuke.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Kobayashi.
You're not getting out of that story.
Nope.
Yeah, I forgot about that story because Nikari. So in Amazement, fun time. I go every year. And I saw Marissa there, and we were standing in line, and then she went through once, and then she was hanging out with us, and then our friend, or Tutu and Kaylin had split off. And so I had a drawing of Shinano that I was drawing at work. I started it at approximately 5 a.m., had to clock in at 7, but continued to shade it and color it while I was on the clock. Do not tell my boss, please. No, they probably caught it on camera, but I don't care. I didn't finish it. I did not draw his hair or his face. Keep that in mind. It's very important to this story. But his armor and his outfit look perfect. Like, quality content. I spent good time on that outfit. And my assistant customer service manager was like, oh my God, you draw so well. Do you need any like pens or anything so you can finish it? Super supportive. And I'm going to be sad if she gets moved to a different store. Not the point. So Animazement, we're standing in line, and then it's my turn to go up, but I'm like feeling like secondhand regret. And I'm like, go up there with an unfinished drawing. what if he thinks that I didn't care enough to finish it? Because that's not the case. I just didn't have enough time to finish it because I had work. And then Marissa's like, if you do not go up there and have him sign that picture, I'm going to rip it out of your hands and have him sign it yourself. And I was like, oh no, that's even worse. So I swallowed my pride and I walked up, and he was looking really cute with his little black hat. And I almost cried because he was really adorable. And I handed him my notepad, and he asked if I wanted him to finish drawing the picture of Shinano. No, I just wanted him to sign it. I just didn't finish it. And it was really awkward and really embarrassing, but he still signed it, and he was really adorable and really cute. And I got my signature, and the Shinano picture will be completed. I might share a picture of it when I'm done with it, but right now it's just Shinano's outfit with a floating head that isn't complete. It's just a circle with placement lines for his face and his. But if anyone wants to see it afterwards, let me know. I intend on finishing it this weekend. Or probably
You
this
are
week.
obligated to send that to me.
Oh yeah.
I'm obligated to just complete it in general, to be honest.
Yes, but I need to see this.
Did I wait the completed one, or did I not send it to you in general?
The completed one, child.
Oh, okay, yeah. But May in review, please save me.
Once Alexia is done, we will put the finished version of the Shinano on the Twitter.
We shall indeed.
We will. All right. So we talked about things that recently just occurred in the game, but upcoming, once this Village of Treasures is done, we will be having another regiment battle during the summer with a new sword being introduced. My favorite events, so much EXP. It's so nice and wonderful. And the return of Midare mode. Probably the revised version. Where
you can tap, 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 and it goes away.
Yep. Well, it used to be you would tap, tap, tap repeatedly on E4, and it would just permanently be a basic Midare mode, and you just play it over and over again, and you got so much EXP and so many fireflies. It was ridiculous. But then the last event, they changed it where it'd be like, ooh, it'll randomly happen. Then you can tap, tap it away if you don't want to do War of Attrition, which killed my level 50 Kiwame team a little bit. Kind of kicked their butts. I could do it. It kicked their butts. So we'll be getting a new sword. So we'll probably be getting a teaser of the new sword midway through the month, probably next week, right before Village of Treasures ends, because I have a feeling it's going to go right back to back. Here's hoping Regiment doesn't happen around 4th of July like it did kind of last year, because I will be in Arkansas in the boonies with no Wi-Fi. And you know me, I grind like crazy to get the thing, and I don't have Wi-Fi. I would be very unhappy for a pass event.
Cue Sarah's inner grief and struggles.
Oh no.
I just feel like that needs to be mentioned.
Yeah, that Sarah's struggle in Greece, considering time zone, and inconsistent Wi-Fi, and the fact that she's having to. Well, she enjoys it. I know she enjoys doing her field studies, but the fact that she can't get away to be like, hold on, I need 30 minutes to tap on my phone, I will be fine. But she can't do that because she has to. She's kind of on a bit of a schedule, but and then the fact that
it's basically an 8 to 5 kind of job, from my understanding.
Yep.
Just in an archaeological sense.
no Wi-Fi.
Plus, she is stuck to Wi-Fi. She doesn't have service over there, so she's very limited on times where she can access the internet, which is very, very unfortunate.
I think the only time she has Wi-Fi is when she's back at her room.
Yeah, I think so.
Mm-hmm. So when she's out dealing with the site, she's not like, no, she's nowhere near the Wi-Fi. But we'll be getting a new event sometime probably in July. No notice about that one yet. And then we'll be getting another Village of Treasures at the end of July, beginning of August again. Oh my lord, that is the most repeated event ever. It's starting to get on my nerves. So we will see who's gonna get background music. It's probably gonna be the rest of the Wakazashis. It's probably gonna be Honebami, Namazuo, and Monoyoshi. More than likely gonna be those three. But Alexi, you had something else to say about the events?
When we're talking about Sarah's internet struggles before she left for Greece, I was talking to her because I was playing VOT. And when I noticed something, that when my swords were retreating, because I had to rebalance my team because destroy, and I had to put like 2 of my level 99s on the team just so that we could, sail and stay afloat and not drown. And I realized that when a sword would retreat, it would move everybody up. So it would say that my level 99 Mutsunokami was now level 38, and he was getting EXP when he shouldn't be. And I was like, what? What do you mean Mutsunokami's level 35 when he was level 99? What do you mean Kashu's level 42? And I was just like having this big huge struggle. I'm like, oh my god, did they reset my swords? Did they? No, they better not be resetting my swords now. And I was like, Sarah, I think my game is glitched. It's doing a thing. It's like, oh, let me check. 3 minutes later, no, game's not opening. And I'm like, oh no. Oh no. And yeah, so side note, if this happens to you, don't panic. Your swords aren't resetting. It's just a glitch that when your swords move up, if the sword above it was getting experience points, it will just show its stats as if it were getting experience points, but it's not. And your sword did not reset. It's just a screen glitch. And it's just meant to give you a mild heart attack and make you think that your swords are dying when they're not.
That's weird. I think I saw that as well.
I have evidence. I have screen cap evidence.
I haven't noticed.
Mine, it hasn't done it since I switched back to my Kiwame team of my powerhouses, my little level 50 Kiwames that just sweep everything. Because I was trying to level up Mori, Hyuga, Tomoe, and Yansen, and I noticed that when Hyuga leveled up at once, it changed to like level 35. I was like, what? And then the next battle, when it went to the EXP screen, I was like, oh, he's fine. He's still the same level. That was very weird. Yep, mine did that exactly. Like they just posted a picture. Yep, I think it's for swords that are like really high level, like level 90s, because Hyuga actually was leveling up, but then it changed his level. It was weird. It was really weird. I don't know why I did it, but
sometimes mine doesn't, like, I haven't had that specific glitch, but sometimes mine, when it shows that leveling up screen, the XP screen, that one sword, like, the counter won't move, but they'll still get the experience. So it's not really a bad thing. It's just like, wait, so is that the total before or after the XP was added? But that's just been my minor glitch. I haven't had a fun one like that.
Yeah.
This is fun? This is considered fun?
Intriguing.
Intriguing.
Because I'm pretty sure that Kashu, Osetsu, and Naki are not having fun in that picture.
Kashu needs a nap.
He needs
He does
better nail polish that doesn't chip,
Yeah.
as Kay would put it.
And his nail polish is what's taking him so darn long to get a
His nail
Kiwame.
polish, and his blasted eyeliner.
Probably his shoes.
Oh, that too.
Can't find the right heels. Not stylish enough. He probably has to call Hyuga to come help him.
I just love him so much. He needs to get his act together, though.
Well, if he's anything like Yasasada, he's gonna take like forever to
Don't
come
even
home.
go there. Don't even go there.
Oh, poor Gashu. You will be the last Uchigatana to get one. We all love him so much. Well, everyone loves him. I like him. He's not my favorite, but my favorite starter got it first. He's
Of course
best.
he did.
He's the best. Musu's the best. But anyways, I think is that everything that we want to talk about when it comes to games for this month?
Trio of similar style. The trio of similar style.
Oh my God,
Cold
they do.
Tummy, Kashu, and Hyuga.
Yep.
Bless.
That red and black motif.
Yes.
Going on.
You're forgetting Koga, though. Koga Rasumaru.
Oh, yes. You gotta include Koga.
The quartet.
I think that's everyone that's red, black. I think so. Koga's style is a little different, though, because yes, he is the red and the black, but he's more in the traditional Japanese outfits.
He is.
While the other three are kind of in a little more stylish clothes. Oh my god, yes, Koga is the godfather and the founder. Yes.
The mentor.
Alexi's just over here just typing.
Feeding us lies.
Being quiet.
I don't want to interrupt anyone, so I'm just like, let me just express my thoughts right here.
In the thoughts.
I'm proud.
we have random headcanons, if you guys haven't noticed. Jesse.
Talk to me about my headcanons.
Oh my
god.
Talk
to me about my headcanon. Oh my god.
I have a list of, because Jessie sent me a list of all of her ships. I was like, okay, I gotta make a list. And I looked and I'm like, I really don't ship as much as I would think. And Jessie's over there with like double the amount of ships as me. And I got like 10. I'm small. Or it's like 17 or something. Really.
Me talking to Sarah Duncan about ships at like 2 o'clock in the morning.
That girl ships anything that moves. I love her, but good lord.
Yeah, you are not wrong.
I thought I shipped a lot. I thought I had no self-control.
No. Well, Sarah and I'll sit there and I'm like, I have days at work where the teachers will have a meeting, like a teacher-wide meeting, and I can't do anything, but I need to meet with the teachers after the meeting to plan lessons for the next time. So I'm just sitting there like, well, this is great. I don't know what to do. Sarah will, for some reason, still be awake, so I'll be messaging her and we'll be off in some headcanon world, which is always really dangerous because I'm really bad about like hiding laughter.
You are.
So I'm just sitting there like trying not to die laughing at my desk while discreetly looking at my phone. And I'm just like, okay. But it makes the time go faster. And she has some really funny stories. So we feed off of each other. And yeah, like my list of ships that I sent Marissa, that's just because I like for people to have one person. That does not mean that I don't ship people with other people sometimes. like, oh, what is it? Shokudai belongs with Sada-chan. That's fine. But there are times where, yeah, Shokudai belongs with Tsuru, or Shokudai belongs with Hasebe, or Shokudai with, like, there are multiple things.
Hada-chan?
Yes.
Yeah.
What did I say?
You said all of his ships except Karabo. And I was like,
Him too. Like, he belongs with Karabo too. Like, there's just, and he belongs with Kasen sometimes. Is there anyone else that he belongs with that I did not say? I think so. But like that. I
everyone.
have a lot of feelings, okay?
Sarah, because I thought I shipped a lot. In just general. And then for Touken, but I feel like I'm probably the more vocal of my ships, while Sarah's just over there shipping everyone quietly.
Why we gotta bash Sarah with her ships?
I love
I
her.
have to defend. I have to defend because we literally, when I started talking to Sarah at the like very beginning, because I was an awkward bub for a while, and then I was like, so like, what do you ship? And then she sent me a list, and of course, I have to send one back. And you know what? I see where these ships come from, and I kind of like, if I can see it, I can ship it, which I'm pretty sure is what happened with her. She doesn't ship everything that moves. It has to have a reason. So I'm going to defend her and stand by it because
that is very true. There has to be a reason for it, because she doesn't just ship like Naginatas with Naginatas.
Yeah, no.
Like, no.
I know she, like, I looked at her list and I was like, okay, this all makes sense. It's just, wow, that's a lot more than I expected. Considering Sarah and I just started talking in general, and I can't remember, but somehow we got on the topic of Tumblr. This is going slightly off tangent, but just a little bit. I'll bring it back in. But she's like, yeah, and then somehow Superbat got brought up. For those of you who don't know, Superman and Batman ship. Okay, moving on. I was like, Sarah, do you ship them? And she looks at me and is like, oh no, I've been found out. And I'm like, Sarah? And I put my hand on her shoulder. I'm like, it's fine. I do too. And her eyes just light up. And I'm like, there's so many ships I don't know about because you don't say anything about them. And I don't talk to you enough to hear your ships. And I'm just like, I thought I shipped a lot of things. I guess I'm more vocal about it with my friends. While Sarah's just over there with like, here is all of my wonderful ships and I love them and they are wonderful and I'll talk about them with you when I want to. And I'll just talk your ear off about all of my wonderful headcanons because it's great. But
Sarah, if you are listening, we love you and we appreciate you.
And we miss you.
And yes, we miss you. All of your ships are fantastic, though some of them are questionable, but that's fine.
Oh no!
I thought we just said that Sarah's ships made sense. What are we?
We're not gonna go down that hole. I'm sorry I mentioned it.
Rabbit hole.
Let's move on.
Rabbit hole.
Rabbit hole.
At least brought it back. That's just a whole other story.
Anyway.
Okay. Anyways, moving on. So
upcoming update.
Yay! Upcoming. Well, we mentioned the upcoming updates. So now we have sword news.
That one.
So we're now moving into things that are going on currently in the actual world and not the virtual token world. Currently, Tonbokiri and another random Masamune blade that is not Sengo is on display in Okazaki in one of the museums there. Do we know when that's ending? Get an end date. Because I know it just like opened like today.
And no, I think it's July. I can double check real quick.
Okay. Well, it's gonna be there for a while. It just opened literally today in Japan, so it's a little closer into June. But it's that end
yesterday.
Yeah. Well, it was like the second, so it's second here, but it was the second.
It's the third.
It's
so
the third
it opened
now.
yesterday.
It opened yesterday.
Yay, time zones.
Time zones. 13 hours. Or 14 right now.
It ends July 16th.
July 16th. For those of you who don't know, Hotarumaru, I'm going to give you a little backstory on Hotarumaru. Hotarumaru, the original blade, after World War II, was unfortunately confiscated by the Western forces that were occupying Japan, and was lost to history. But as of like 2016, there was a wonderful crowdfunding campaign at the Aso Shrine in Kumamoto to raise money to reforge the sword, based off of its original sketches and designs from people, and using traditional techniques. So it was about last year, 2017, the sword was finished, and Hotarumaru is currently on display finally at the Aso Shrine in Kumamoto. Post permanent display. That is a permanent display, correct, Jesse?
I believe so. I don't think there was a time limit on that one.
So if you ever planning your trip to Japan, go visit Kumamoto and go visit the Aso Shrine, where Hotarumaru's name actually was bequeathed upon him, was at Mount Aso. So go visit that. Also, Kane-san is, well, Izuminokami Kanesada. I'm going to distinguish between the actual blade and the character, but is display in Gifu. Do we know more about that, or is he?
He's on display at the Gifu City Museum, Gifu Prefectural Museum, and he's a limited time one too, but I think his goes through the end of June as well.
So, Tonbokiri and Izuminokami are on display for about a month. So if you're in Japan, or can easily get over to Japan if you're an Asian country, or if you're planning on visiting this summer, try and put your trip around going to visit those two if you can. But other than that, I think that's about it when it comes to news about swords. Kind of on a similar topic, merchandise-wise, Kasen Kanesada's Nindroid pre-order just actually finished. So if you didn't get your pre-order in for that on Good Smile's website, he will be released November, and you can order him on Nindroid. So that is about it when it comes to sword related news. So we're gonna go into stage and vehicle related stuff. This is welcome to another tangent block. So I'm gonna go over the news first, and then we can talk. But Musubi no Hibiki Hajimari no Ne actually just finished running at the beginning of the month. Finished a lot quicker than I expect them. Considering we just put out the Suumonodomo review. So we will probably not be doing a review on Musubi until whenever it gets released on DMM or streaming. So
July or August.
But we probably won't be able to get it in until probably, I'm going to say September, for those of you who are interested, because Sarah will not be returning to the States until mid-August, and Sarah Yang actually will be leaving for Costa Rica at the end of the month. So we will not be hearing probably from her for another podcast until about August. Well, she goes back to school. So to make sure everyone gets in the swing of things, that review won't be ready until September, at least. So keep your eye out for that one. When it does, we'll let you guys know, and you'll kind of figure out once it's on DMM's website. Also, Gaiden Kono no Odawara is on sale. There was a pre-order about a couple months ago, but you can actually buy it now. It was the 1 hour live show at Odawara Castle that was streamed one day, and you can actually finally buy it. Shingen
Yes,
Ranbusai
yes.
2017 is also now on sale. So we have a lot of the fun little spin-off side story things. And being available. And then the fourth stage, finished rehearsal, and performances actually start on, well, the 2nd
The
of
first
June.
performance. Yeah, so the first performance actually wrapped up last night. So that's why we have several pictures floating around. I'll probably be tweeting some of the comments from the actors as I can, as I see them. Because they're always really interesting and really fun to see the actors interacting with each other, oftentimes still in costume behind the scenes. But that just started yesterday, and the live viewing is actually on the 7th, so it's a really fast performance schedule.
Oh yeah, the stages are a lot,
which is really surprising. But some of them have been longer though, so it was really intriguing to see that it's actually quite short.
How long are they actually performing?
I don't
2
even
weeks?
know. This time, not even.
Really? That's surprising.
Yeah.
Well,
maybe actually it might be longer. I know the live streaming, I saw it being the 7th. It might be that it's July 7th.
Maybe. We could have gotten our little dates mixed up. But
I might have gotten my months confused, but yes.
Summer months always confuse me. Because I never had to write them for school. But we will.
Yeah.
Either way, the fourth stage is currently going on right now.
And just the title for it is really concerning.
What is the full title?
So the full title, I'm torn on how to read the last 3 kanji because one reading makes it a bird, and the other reading makes it more of like a. Well, okay, so the legit meaning, the literal translation for the 3 kanji word at the end of the name is unlikely return.
Oh, that's not ominous.
Yeah, and especially with all of the like Mika hinting at something happening to him here and there in previous stage plays. It's just I have concerns and I'm going to die, and I need this to be released with subtitles soon because my Japanese abilities can only go so far. Hototogisu. So it's more of the bird, but it's along the same lines with that kanji. So Hototogisu is a lesser cuckoo bird. Borb. And Borb. And in Korean culture and in Asian literature and everything, it's a symbol of sadness. So take that as you will.
And we cried last time because of Buchan, and now they're gonna rip our heart out even more over something.
Oh boy, let's not have a rerun of the Buchan incident. Oh no. We don't want that now, do we? I got flamed last time.
Our lesson?
Yes, I learned. We all learned that lesson. Let's not have a rerun of Buchan. Kay, thanks. Love you. Please return safe to the Citadel.
Speaking of Buchan, is it Buchan?
Yes!
It was
Buchan!
You talk about it.
On happier notes. The actor for Buchan, Masafumi, he is very, very excited these days, living his life, especially as a new father. His wife just gave birth to a baby boy last week, and he was very excited to share the news in the blog post, and he's gotten so much support from his actor buddies, including Aramaki. Yamambagiri commented saying congratulations, and the responses to that are even better. because Kyodai and Kyodai's child is going to call Maki Uncle Maki. But we all support Masafumi in his new status as a father in life, and we just wish him well.
So sweet.
Yes.
But yay, happy news for Boot.
Happy news for Buchan. Heal all of our hearts.
But on another topic on this stage, the Touken Ranbu movie is actually now in post-production. So, which means all the filming is done and it is just now time for editing. Do we have a release date on that?
2019.
That's
That
a
is
mood.
all we have.
Ouch.
Yeah. So it could be early 2019. It could be late 2019. We won't know till later this year. But keep your eyes peeled, especially the movie news. I'm gonna try and keep really up to date on the Twitter, because that's just really, really exciting to see happening. And the first visual was released, and holy cow, Hiroki looks fantastic. Yeah. So it'll be really exciting to see how it goes from here.
I know they released the kind of like a graphic for it with Mika's face, and it says like the movie on it.
Yeah, the movie.
The movie.
Touken Ranbu, the movie.
That's such a. I can't even think of a funny thing to say about it. It's just so really bland.
When you don't
title.
want to put any spoilers in, so you just put the movie to make sure that people come to see it.
Probably.
Right.
And also, it could possibly, considering the fact that stage 4 is ongoing right now, and could be wrapping up and it wraps up a lot quicker than the musicals do. Usually within like a couple of weeks, it's like, here's the stage, now it's gone. You're like, wait, what? Wasn't it just there 2 weeks ago? Okay. There could possibly have they made mention of a 5th stage, or was it really
They haven't yet.
Okay, so they could be pulling an Infinity War and being like, here, we're not gonna make a cool title for the movie because there's gonna be possible spoilers in the title based off of the 4th stage and possible 5th stage, so we don't want to give too much away. So it's literally just Touken Ranbu, the movie. Or it could just be a movie that doesn't connect with the stage continuity, which would be a little upsetting. But
given it's the stage actors, though, I kind of don't see it not having continuity.
Yeah. It probably will, but you never know. It could pull a Power Rangers movie, like not the most recent one, but the one back from like the 90s, where it was the same actors, but it wasn't the same universe.
Well,
You never know.
I guess that is very
Here's
likely
hoping
then.
that it does, because that would be really nice. But
Okay,
we'll see.
so I was a little off on
So
the
is
dates
there
for the
any other
music
kind
for
of
the
news
stage
that
play.
around the actors? I think Alexi, you wanted to say something before we started.
Well, main concern, it's partially unrelated actually. So like with the movie and the stage play going on, some of the actors were in the Utapri Shining Theater stage adaptations. Wada, who plays Hijiriko Masato, yes, good boy. Anyway, not the point. They had their like wrap up thing where they were showing all of the different actors, and there were some missing. Wada, Mokun. It's okay. But they've released that they will be starting their second rounds of the second Shining theaters, and they're starting with one that did not incorporate any of the token actors, which means that they're probably going to push those back, which was an observation that I made earlier, and I mentioned to Jesse when after I watched Odawada, is that what it was?
Yes.
That has like most of the token actors, well, Wada and Mokun will be in the Bloody Shadows one because, I and Masato were in Bloody Shadows. So they would be probably pushed back. But if we have another stage play that just so happens to fall around that time, I'm going to be really sad if we have to recast. That'd be really sad.
Recasting is a really unfortunate thing, and that's another good point because the Honebami that's in stage 4 is actually not the same Honebami that was in Odawara or in stage 3, and is not the same Honebami that's going to be in the Touken Ranbu movie. So let's just hope that recasting, if it needs to happen for any of the characters and any of the things that we love, gets handled with great care and love.
Well, we support everyone because Joden Bami is in Ensemble Stars and he's in Knights. So much love over there. I have a bias, but everyone deserves all the love, and if I find a Twitter, I will follow them to the end of the earth. So
Okay. That's me and Maki. But
Oh no, I was gonna say, like, is Honeybombie the first replacement that we've had with stage? I'm like, nope. First replacement that we had with the stage was Tsurumaru.
Yep.
Yeah.
And his when I watched the redone version, the second run of Honoji, not saying that first Tsuru is bad. It's just it might have been because they wrote his part a little more, or I don't really know, but he stood out so much more than the first one.
Actually, fun fact, the original Tsurumaru is in the Utapri stages as well. He plays Reiji, so yeah, fun fact.
Yeah. But it makes a lot of sense that for the stage shows, actors will be cast fairly frequently because if you noticed, like I mentioned before, stage shows are not very long and they're very frequent. And they're constantly going compared to the musicals, where the musicals run for at least a month, if I'm correct, right, Jesse?
The musicals usually they span usually like 2 months, and actually the stage play does run till the end of July. I did not realize that. Yeah, they might have added more in, but
okay.
Yeah, this one, it looks like the last performance is July 20th. So they've got to hang in there for quite a while.
Yeah, they do. But
I'm a little concerned for Maki, but it'll be okay. They'll take care of him.
He got hurt.
Yes, he's still kind of recovering. Yeah.
Oh wait, and Ensemble Stars is running too, or they're gonna be starting soon because of the new. Oh, please take care. Take lots of care.
Yes. Hopefully, Maki is being made to have lots of rest between performances and practices. But I know he was very excited to be back with everyone. So keep him happy.
All thoughts going to Maki and making sure that he doesn't hurt himself more. It's going to be a lot of stress on his body for the next 2 months. But, yep. Anything else news-wise? Anything else you want to cover that we didn't cover?
I think that's it.
All right. All right, everyone. That is it for this episode of Touken Ranbu's podcast. If you want to know more about us or keep up with us and our news, please follow our Twitter at Touken Rambles, and our Facebook page at Touken Rambles Podcast, and our Podbean at Touken Rambles Podcast. To our podcast on Podbean, on YouTube, Google Play, and iTunes, or anywhere else that you will listen to podcasts at. If you want to talk with us a little bit more, please join our Discord. You can go to discord.me/Touken Rambles Podcast and join us here on our wonderful little tiny Discord that we're starting up. And I believe that is everything for today. Right? Bye, everyone.
いざ出陣さ土煙上げ